Welcome to Book Club. My name is Lavasha.
And I'm Squizzy.
And today we're talking about chapters 16 through 20 of
Tender
LaSalle
Beasts.
Samberry's Tender Beasts.
Chapter 16, my heading for this chapter was You're Not the Actress You Think You Are.
Yes.
For Sunny. Because she slowly realizes that so many people have been seeing through her nice, go with the flow act.
So in this chapter, Cheyenne sort of calls her out on it because because Craig, her boyfriend, mentions that he wants to go to this event, and she pretends that a friend gives her tickets, but really she bought them.
Yeah, Cheyenne is like, our mom can give us $20 if she needs to.
Yeah.
Like, you
like
don't
we're
have
not
to.
that poor.
Yeah, and she's like, and then I realized that my view of their wealth level had been skewed by having Sunny as the narrator.
Yeah, I'm like, how poor are they actually? Like,
yeah, like are they just like normal broke or
Yeah.
like super
are they
broke?
upper middle class?
Right?
Sunny locks her door now. You branches are poisonous. I don't know. I noted those things, but
Oh yeah, she locks her door now because she doesn't want Dom coming in.
Oh,
her room.
yeah,
We're
for
sleepwalking,
Mm-hmm.
and
Oh, I thought it was notable that you branches are poisonous because I don't know. Remember why I thought that was notable?
yeah, the lady had the milkman lady. She said, "Watch out for the yew branches or whatever," and she's like, "The actual yew branch trees because they're poisonous." And I'm just thinking that
Oh,
she
yeah,
means
I thought
like
it was
the
symbolic, like-
offspring of the people who were around at that time.
Yeah, the fact that yew branches are poisonous, I just thought it was symbolic, and I think that's why I noted it. That like, whatever the followers of this cult or whatever, they're like the symbol. I don't know, it's something about a yew branch, a yew tree or something, and like the branches are poisonous, and like the cult is poisonous or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah. And I also put in quotes, it's also crazy how much importance Sunny is putting on her high school social life, which has little to no bearing in her actual future. Because she's like, she has to stay friends with these people. She has to remain dating Craig. And I'm like, are
Yeah,
any of
I
these
have-
people going to be hiring you in the future? Like,
I have right here, she should just enjoy her life as a teen and be happy. Like, she's putting so much work into like what she says, how she says it, like
yeah.
like every single thing she does, like it's so much work. Like, girl,
She's
just
acting
chill.
like these are her future college administrators or like her future boss. No, these people are just, they're likely not going to get out of this neighborhood if they're like super broke.
Yeah.
But like if they're at middle wealth class, maybe they'll be her peers when she's like in her 20s or 30s. But are they? No, they're not even her friends.
And she was like, and when they got to the event, she was like, I'm supposed to make my rounds, but she was trying to like be a better girlfriend to Craig, so she stood by his side. But like, why do you have to make? You don't have to make your rounds. Like,
Right.
who do you want to hang out with?
Like she's putting way too much importance on this, and it's
oh, go ahead.
that's all I have for chapter 16.
Oh, I have that Sunny questions Dom to see if he's aware of his sleepwalking, and he knows he has trouble sleeping, but it doesn't seem like he knows that he sleepwalks exactly.
Oh yeah, and I also noted that considering Ainsley's ambition, you would think she'd have her kids rubbing elbows with other wealthy kids rather than forcing them in this school that seems to actually be alienating them. Because this doesn't seem to be like a stepping stone towards their future, you know? How people are like, you know how on Gilmore Girls, she's like, I've got to get Rory into Chilton so that she can go to Harvard. But like her mom is like, go to this school, don't pretend you're in a higher wealth bracket, rent these dresses from this. I'm like, what is this? It's very confusing to me.
Yeah.
That's very confusing to me. But that's all I have for chapter 16.
I also have, how did Dom know Sunny was checking in on him if every time she did so he was either not there or asleep? So
I was like, does he have cameras
Right,
set up?
that's what I was
Because I was
wondering.
thinking about, you know how they have the security system or whatever, and I was like, we got all of the equipment, but we didn't actually install it. I'm like, did somebody actually take this equipment
Right,
and
like-
set it up somewhere?
I was thinking it was Carter at first. Like, I was thinking Carter had cameras somewhere, but maybe Dom does.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I also have that Craig isn't sure if he and Sunny are going to the winter dance together. He's going to spend his summer earnings on a corsage, and his tanning is a way to fit in. So I was noting Craig's insecurity with everything. Cheyenne was saying Craig is so insecure that's why he blackfishes, because he wants to fit in so much.
Yeah.
I also put maybe if Sunny and Craig were real with each other, maybe they could actually like each other.
Yeah, because they seem, I don't know, they seem like they both want to be like social climbing. And it seems like if they really worked hard on that together, they could both get somewhere in the future. That's it. And then let's see, chapter 17, Murder in a Crowded Room.
Oh, the first note I have is Sunny's dress is ugly. Like, of course we can't see it, but the way it was described, like with all that lace and tulle, and I was like, ew. And apparently she got it from like the place that rents out to the children, the students of the school. So she
Yeah.
didn't get like some fancy high-end dress or anything.
Yeah. And I was also wondering, like, are the other kids even renting from that place? Or,
Right.
Like, is she the only one that's like getting dresses from out of there?
Mhm. Oh, and also I have, how did Craig know what she was going to wear because his shirt matched something on her dress.
Oh yeah. That's what I was thinking as well. I was like, does he have like a camera set up somewhere?
Right. I was like,
But then like the theme of the thing was like winter formal or some sort of
Yeah.
so blues, whites, it kind of makes sense. Let's see, and I also put somehow during this event, someone manages to make another sacrifice to the milkman, a girl Sunny had planned the event with, which was
Ziggy.
the ones that who had found her after she had been scared by whoever the killer is, and another rhyming note was left behind. And I was like, why is Kylie always eyeing Dom? Like, why is she so suspicious of Dom?
Yeah,
I was like, has she seen something that makes her so suspicious of Dom?
Dom
Or-
was with Sunny them in the closet.
yeah, Sunny and Jeremy in the closet smoking up.
Oh, but so yeah, Ziggy was killed. She am I getting the imagery right? She was bolted to the wall.
Yeah, and hung upside down
Yeah.
with her head pointed downwards and her legs like this, and a lot
Like
of her
the
blood.
lizard.
Yeah, and a lot of her blood was pooled like between her legs, so it looked like, you know how a tree looks.
It was like that lizard, like from Ainsley's diary entries, like when the milk maidens would get together and do their sacrifices.
Yeah.
But also, it made me realize that this is either someone who's strong or this is definitely multiple people.
Yeah, like I said, I think it's a pair. But also, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, while she was noting how much blood for Ziggy's corpse, she noted that there was too little for Dwayne's corpse.
Oh,
And I was like, had he been killed somewhere else and then placed there?
maybe. But also, in a later chapter, I'm going to skip ahead a bit. In one of Ainsley's diary entries, she believes that Donald's father makes him drink blood. So, did someone take
What?
some of that blood and drink the blood? Remember?
Oh, I didn't remember that. When
we were supposed to read chapter 20, right? We not stopped at chapter 19.
I think I read chapter 20, but I don't remember drinking blood.
Oh yeah. Ainsley followed Donald and his father, and like his father had blood in a thermos and
Did I
poured it
miss?
into Donald's mouth.
Did I accidentally stop at chapter
Wait.
20?
I think I know what happened. Did you read the diary entries?
Yeah.
Oh,
Why would I skip the diary entries?
because like right before the diary entries, I thought the chapter was ending. Then I was like, oh no, these are diary entries.
Oh, I probably thought the chapter had ended. Yep. Oh my goodness. Like, let me see how mine looks. Hold on. Let me go to. Let's see. Yep. Dang.
Yeah.
So I'm missing some information.
So I was
how
gonna
many
say,
diary
like-
entries is this?
I think it's like, yeah.
Ah. Oh my goodness.
All right. So, do you want to talk about those or no? I was just gonna say that, like, maybe that's why some of the blood was missing.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. We'll have that note then. Ooh,
All right.
Oh my goodness.
Also in chapter 17, Craig gets, because Sunny is finally like, she was the one that mentioned the dance to Craig, like he didn't have to bring it up, and she was like, and like she accepted his corsage and everything, and she had dinner with him before the dance, but then like he got upset when she said she wanted to go check on her brother, and I was with Sunny on this. Like, I do understand.
Yeah, it's
like,
kind of weird that he doesn't want her to check on her
for
brother.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
I was like, she can't go check on her brother for 5 minutes? That's so weird.
Right? I also noted for this chapter, why is the killer doing all these rituals rather than just taking out the Bear family? Like, I feel like they could have, unless they're a member of the Bear family.
Yeah.
But then if they are, what are they doing the rituals for?
Right.
I guess that's something we'll find out in the notes when we get to our pros and cons of who we think might be doing it.
Yeah.
Because I have some ideas now.
I was like, how did they do it in public without anyone noticing?
Right? Like, how do they, like...
And that was like a gruesome death. Like, they had to hang up the body. They had to like do a little painting with the blood. Like,
Yeah.
oh, Jeremy got info about the symbol from a friend who dabbles in the dark web. I was like, convenient.
Right. That was like, I really don't want to be suspicious of Jeremy, but like, where did he really get this information from? But I guess if there were multiple families doing like this ritual, somebody would have like, there would be knowledge of it somewhere on the dark web.
Yeah. And we also learned from this chapter that the scent that Sunny smelled
It's spoiled milk.
is spoiled milk.
Yeah.
Um,
So somebody just got spoiled milk sitting aside for whenever they killed somebody, and then it just like splashed a little bit
weird.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing I noted that was funny was Sunny's thought that the only people who looked like they would worship false entities she was standing with them.
Right. Jeremy and Dom, just because they're wearing alternative clothing. She was like, I don't want to stereotype, but
All right, but I also noted that this death happened while Craig was missing.
yeah.
But, like,
I feel
it
like he
seems
wouldn't
too
have enough
obvious at
time.
this
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
Like,
I put that in my 50, who I think
Yeah,
I did. I was like, he seems too much of a red herring.
Yeah, he's the red herring. I feel like.
Yeah.
And the note that was left with Ziggy's body said something like, "These bears have no claws, but when they scream or something, their jaws open or something like that."
Yeah.
I also noted that Darren threw up when he saw the body.
Yeah, that's something I made a note of. I was like, Darren seems quite mentally sensitive, as well as, seems like he can't stomach a lot.
Yeah.
And it seems like Kylie always rushes in to like cover him, take care of him, and I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That was that made me think that Darren maybe not be involved at all, because like,
I mean,
or maybe not.
it
I
could
don't know.
be,
Could be. All right.
We'll have to do our 50-50 list.
Mhm. All right, and then we start chapter 18.
I've got Sonny meets Mac Jr.
Mm-hmm. And they're at the ranch, and I was like, why did their dad take them to the ranch? Apparently they go there every Christmas, but like with the deaths and everything, like why would you go to where it all started? That was my thought.
Yeah, and then while they're there, I don't know if this is in the next chapter or this chapter, but they kill a cow on their 14th birthday, and I was
Which
like,
is
this
a
sounds like part of
sacrifice.
this sounds like part of the milkman ritual, but wrapped up in a different bow.
Mm-hmm.
I noted in this story, when she meets Mac Jr. in his old busted out house, she walks over there with Dom, who apparently used to walk over that way a lot and hide in the barn or something like that. But that made me suspicious of has he actually been talking to these people, or has he really just been hiding out there since his childhood? But I noted Mac Jr. appears like a red herring, so I won't consider him the murderer. But I'm more suspicious of Dom and curious why they hid Jonas's existence from the family, because when Mac Jr. was like, you and your family's brother, you and your uncle and all that stuff, she was like, I don't have an uncle. And then he was like, ha ha ha, you don't know much at all, do you? Get out of my house. But she found pictures and stories of things that had happened at the farm before she was born.
Mm-hmm. And apparently the house that they inherited the farm, but it was because the main mansion or whatever burned down and killed a lot of people. So they actually inherited the farm, sort of, because
Everybody else was dead.
Yeah.
That doesn't
Which
sound like an
is
inheritance to me.
suspicious.
Real suspicious. But also, I noted, why did Shirley suddenly turn against the idea of the milkman? Because turns out she's the woman who's been roaming around warning Sonny.
Yeah, and let's pause. Shirley was the head of the Milk Maidens back in Ainsley's diary entries, but she's also been the woman who's been warning Sonny about the milkman.
Yeah, and the U branches and stuff like that. And also, Sonny saw her killed, but we haven't seen a body or anything like that. And I also noted that Craig texted her in the middle of all this. He hadn't been speaking to her all weekend, and then suddenly, when she's in Mac Jr.'s house, she gets a text. So I was a little suspicious of that, but that's pretty much all I have noted for that chapter.
All right. I'm wondering what changed, because Ainsley didn't used to believe in all of this. So if she's having her whole family do sacrifices, what changed that now she's doing this now?
Yeah.
And
probably the same thing that suddenly turned Shirley against the milkman. It might have been the same event.
Yeah. And I noted that the dad is continuing it, so obviously yeah. I don't know what I was about to say. All right. Ainsley's diary entry that she left in
The treehouse.
yeah.
That's not the next chapter.
Oh, is it? Oh yeah, it is because
Chapter 19?
I forgot to
Oh yeah.
separate it.
All right. We're chapter 19. I have Sunny jumps to conclusions. In their special treehouse, Sunny finds one of her mom's journals that details incidents of their childhood, of her siblings and herself, violent acts, but nothing for Dom until Tori dies on the anniversary of Ainsley's death. And all of them happened in the same year. Like Darren, she's found him strangling something in a pool. Mm-hmm. She found Carter cutting up lizards.
Kylie, what did Kylie do? Oh, tongs. She had animal tongues, which is weird.
Yeah, and like somebody on the block's cat disappeared after a incident.
She had NA not available for Sunny, but I feel like she did that because of the body. Yeah, of the body, and I was like, does she think Sunny actually did this? Like, and she had nothing for Dom because maybe Dom didn't do anything that year. Yeah, he didn't do anything. And she said nothing for Dom. Oh yeah, but that's why I noted the NA because if she didn't think Sunny had done anything, she would put the same thing for Dom. Mm-hmm. And why did this suddenly make her automatically think Dom might be guilty of Tori's murder? That's what I noted. I was like, Sunny thinks her mom thinks Dom did that murder, but I think her mom wanted to protect his innocence, and that's why she didn't involve him in the sacrifices and stuff. And maybe that's why she kept him away from everyone too. That's why I was like, I think she was worried about Sunny spending time with Dom because she thinks Sunny is capable of things. I think her mom thinks Sunny killed that woman, and that's why she put the NA. Yeah, and always trying to keep the siblings away from Dom. Mm-hmm. But then they note that this time is it's 1 year past Dom's 14th birthday, so he's 15 now. He didn't get to do the slaughter on his 14th birthday, but he's doing it on this one, and I noted that Sunny thinks he's happy about doing this, but I think he's happy to be part of the family ritual for once. Yeah, I agree. So he's not like specifically happy about getting to murder a cow, but just get to be part of the family. But this made her like really eye Dom. Of him. But like I feel like he wasn't exactly happy. It was just he was more like calmer than she expected him to be. But she's like she's eyeing him real close. In chapter 20, in which I accidentally did not read the journal entries. For chapter 20, I have Jay did his big one. Yeah, and I said Dad finally stands up for his family. Yeah. But they're at Jay's, who is their dad's birthday dinner, and Sunny is struggling to keep her food down. Dom is basking in his family, finally watching out for him, while Sunny's suspicion grows. Mm-hmm. So the detective comes to their house during this birthday dinner, and she's like, I need to question y'all further because more evidence could come placing Dom at the place of the incidents. And Carter tried to like stand and say, you can't come in here, we're having a family dinner. And Sunny is like, Carter is maybe more fragile than I thought she was. Usually people with short tempers are actually quite fragile because like anything can like overwhelm them. So I was like, it kind of stands to reason that she is more fragile than Sunny would think. But then their dad is finally like, step back, I got this. And I was like, finally he's doing something. Like why does he not stand up more often? He seems like such a calm, even-tempered, steady guy. Mm-hmm. But like he seems to let everybody else like take a turn at taking control instead of him actually doing anything. Mm-hmm. I also noted that when he was the one who was taking him to the farm while Carter would stay back and handle everything, I was like, wouldn't it make more sense for Carter to take them to the farm as the older sibling? She's like 22, maybe 23, and then he stay back and handle everything as the father of the family? Right. Like I was like, what is that? But yeah, I did have that noted about him too. And in the diary entries, the last bit of our video got cut off, but I was saying that like in Ainsley's diary entries, she follows Donald into the woods, and Max Sr. Is pouring blood into his mouth, or what she thinks is blood, but later she finds out that it may have been milk, or maybe blood mixed with spoiled milk. Mm-hmm. But anyway, it's weird. There's like an animalistic nature to all the events surrounding the milkman. This and you said that Donald was turning like animalistic when he caught Ainsley and Jay spying on them when they were in the woods getting the Yeah. It seemed like his father was trying to control him by giving him blood. Like, I still think it was blood. Maybe a mixture of blood and spoiled milk, but I do think blood was involved.
Yeah.
But because when he dragged him out of the house, Donald was acting like an animal as well. Like, so he was growling and stuff. And I did say it seemed kind of supernatural, but I'm still not sure. Like, it might be